How you doing, YouTube? Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Monkish up in this piece. The form of their Illusion Evolution. Yeah. This be a triple dry hop double India Pale Ale, 8.4% alcohol by volume. This was canned a bit over a month ago. It comes courtesy of my boy Corey from Connecticut. He sent me off a big box of beer. I did the unboxing about 10 minutes ago. These... And it's been so long since I've had a Monkish beer, like years, like legitly years, I believe. And these have been in the fridge for over 12 hours in the box, so I figured, fuck it. We'll dive right into one. We'll see what's what. So, that is turbid. It doesn't even do it justice. That is turkey gravy level density. It almost looks like... I mean, it's turkey gravy. It's butternut squash soup, man. It's, that's dense. Man, that's goopy. Goopy. Hopefully it's good. Yeah. Can art. Awesome. Really dug it. But man, God, I can't get past how dense this is. Jesus Christ. As they spill everything everywhere. I mean, it is just, I don't even know what to call it. It's like melted burnt sienna crayon. Is that burnt sienna? Is that color? I forget. It's tan. It's clay. Looks like clay. Let's get a nose on this. Not much of a head. I mean, there's so much hop in this. It's not like super fruity, super over the top, but it's dense. It's almost like it's like a war of attrition of hops. It's like not that the hops are super vibrant, but there's so much of them. There's nothing you can do about it. It's almost like a little bit kind of hop burny on the nose. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not overly fruity, not overly danky, not overly green, but you just smell this density of hops. That's crazy. There's not a big sweetness. There's really not that big of a bitterness there. It's really more of a green particulate kind of thing going on. I'm curious. Let's dive in. Cheers. I mean, it's just gobs and gobs and gobs of hops. It's not negative. I'm actually, let's put it this way, I'm impressed by how much I don't hate this beer. Because with this level of intense, overt saturation of hops, I expect burn. I expect green. I almost expect it to be thick from a sense that there's so much hops you can't really get past it. It's not really the case here. It's a weird beer. This is a very weird beer. But very much monkish for me. So it's been at least a year, if not longer, from the last time I remember actually having a monkish beer. How long has it been since I've reviewed a monkish beer? There's another conversation we can have right now, and I'll tell you right now, it's probably been longer than that. Unless my memory escapes me. Monkish. Last time I reviewed a monkish beer, so I did a collab with Other Half of Monkish almost a year ago to the day. That doesn't count. Collabs don't count. It was the other half side of that collab, by the way. Cycle of Monkish, and that was a cycle side of things. So last time I actually did a monkish beer, like just a monkish beer, not a collab. And all the collabs that I've had has been the opposite end. They haven't been monkish collabs. For 3.5 years ago. Wow. No. 4.5 years ago. 4.5 years ago. So that's what I mean. That's how long it's been since I've had one of their beers. Actually, that's the only beer. It was their Smarter Than Spock. All the other ones have been collabs. There might have been one other one in there. Let me click on Show All. No, they've all been collabs. Trillium Monkish, Other Half Monkish, and a Straight Monkish. February 22nd, 2017. Then a Veil Monkish, Cycle Monkish, Other Half Monkish. So, but let's put it this way. I've had my fair share of monkish beers outside of the review world. Especially when I was doing a lot of, back in the day when we were doing like Soul line shares up in Pittston. And when I was going to a lot of Equilibrium line shares, which were still the best line shares in the history of line shares. And I would have a ton of Monkish there. And I never really got this kind of overt love for them on the hazy hoppy side of things. It always tasted like throwing a lot of hops at something for the sake of throwing a lot of hops at something. And that's kind of where this beer kind of comes off for me, is that it just tastes like there was a ton of hops, and that was the goal. The goal wasn't making a really good, well done, robust hazy. You know, it's like, okay, if you just throw all the hops you could possibly throw at a beer, people are going to get down with it. And that's kind of where it comes this one comes into play, because each subsequent sip I start building on the hop burn that I talked about, that I was very impressed wasn't there. I'm still very impressed that it's not there with the look of this beer. I mean, look at that. Sneezes. Like, I was going to make a really gross analogy. I won't do that. But yeah. Yeah. Big, bold, rich, saturated hoppiness. That doesn't show the amount of hoppiness it should show. To be perfectly honest with you, with that amount of density of this, it's really just a hop drink more than it is an IPA. Is what it is. That's it. Not a big fruit component, although it's there. Not a big, huge green component, even though the burn is there. Super dense, but in a turbid, kind of soupy kind of way. Is this one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? No. Value and availability, no idea. Corey, let me know what you paid for this, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like big old hazies, super saturated, ultra hop beers, you might like this, but for me, it just lacks a little bit of beer. It doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like hops suspended in water. It's not for me. So there you go. Can't believe I got excited about this. I was like, oh, Monkish beer. I was like, I love it, man. Sorry, Corey, if you love this beer, but this is not for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there, if you want to talk about it, let me know if you've had this beer, please. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers, if you want to check me out in the social media stuff, Beer Massif, if you want to check me out in the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Monkish right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers.